I have a customer who brought in a whole kitchen block of a mix of Henkel and Wusthof knives, and I'm going to sharpen them for you, plus one pair of scissors. So, first thing we're going to do is put some green frog tape onto the angle guide to make sure that's correct, or to make sure I'm not going to scratch up any knives, and we're going to confirm what the angle is. So I'm waiting for this angle guide to get level. So it's zeroed out. So now I'm going to adjust my angle guide. Adjust it to 17. If you're at 17.1, 17.2, that's totally acceptable. All right, so that is good at 17, perfect. It's always great to have this Klein digital angle guide. This has helped me out so many times. And I just use a little metal ruler to extend the platen out. All right, so I'll be chatting through my respirator here. So if there's any questions in the chat, I'll stop the machine and answer them. So starting with a 120 grit Cubitron belt. Gabo, what's going on, buddy? I just got off shift this morning, and I sharpened up for a restaurant here in town. And then this lady dropped off this set of knives. I think there's 12 knives and one pair of scissors. I always love these kinds that separate. They just make it so much easier. So, let's see. Can you guys see how there's teeth on top, but then there's a flat edge right here? I'm going to sharpen just on the flat edge. I'm going to keep the teeth as a serrated part. I'm not going to mess with that. But then over here is a flat edge. So these are always awesome scissors to sharpen since they come apart. How are you, buddy? Actually, since I have it here, I don't know where my other fat marker went. I was going to mark in like, so anytime you sharpen scissors, let's try and get you guys underneath like the light. All I'm doing is just marking in the like the bevel here, so when I do like my scratch test, I can see exactly where I'm hitting on my wheel. And with this one, I'm doing it a little off camera. I really want to avoid hitting these teeth on the serrated part. So I'm going to sharpen them. I'm going to still create a burr, but it might be a little bit more of a steeper angle just to avoid hitting those teeth. But we'll test it, and we'll make them razor sharp. Oh, dude, my other marker always keeps falling down. There we go. Sweet. Is that a bench? Let's see. I think I saw where you were talking about, like right here. Yeah. I think, is this the part that you were talking about, Gabo, right here? Or was it somewhere else along the scissors? On the point on the flat edge towards the pivot. Yeah, I think that was it, buddy. Yeah. Try and show a little bit more. Yeah, right here. You can see it pretty good. Right there. Well, we will work on that and get it all sharpened up. So, awesome, buddy. I'm sorry, there is no burrito today. We're just going off the butcher block. So, I'll be sharpening with the 120 grit Cubitron belt at 2,000 RPM. Belt coming towards us for edge leading. These knives look in pretty good condition. Nothing too crazy on them. And yeah, I'll show each one if I can remember for the camera. I know, man. I wonder if I should change like my name somehow to the burrito guy instead of like the knife guy. Using my chest harness today. This is why I love having adjustable tracking. I'm tracking it up here on this knob, and the belt is turning left or right. You really want to be able to hit the entire edge. And I'm checking underneath like the light to make sure I have a burr throughout the whole edge, and I do. And I just do even strokes back and forth. Very good. Yeah. Now I'm going to clean each one with some rubbing alcohol. Hopefully that'll take some of the water stains off. So I'm missing at the tip here. So you can see like that white line, I'm missing it here at the tip. Now on this side I got it. So, should pop up on this side right here. And I do. There you go. So here up here I'm having a burr throughout the whole edge and not up here, so I spend a little bit more time. I sharpened for a restaurant today, and the guy, the chef, had a lot of Mercer and Miyabi knives, and they were awesome to work on. They put an edge on so nice, so fast. But I did it all outside, and it was super windy, dude. All my stuff was flying around. I'm like, oh no. See why it's nice to have like an enclosed trailer. So I'm working on the edge. I don't have a burr up here, but I have it down here, so a little bit more time. Honestly, this is probably the most important part of the whole sharpening. This and the deburring. Because you have to apex like the knife. Not hitting it at the edge. Okay, we're slowly getting there. I'm just missing this top part right here. This one is taking a while. There we go. Got it. And to even it out on this side. Got it. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, we're not gonna sharpen this guy. This is good. Maybe I can touch it up on the back edge.
Yeah, I think people just refer to Wussoff and Henkel. I think obviously there's different grades of them. They might be just a little more affordable than the Wussoff or than the Shuns and the Abis. I know my Shun cost almost $200, and I just know that not everyone can afford that. So if they can get a whole set for maybe a couple $100 instead of just one knife, that might be pretty good. These bird speaks ones is always interesting to sharpen. Yeah, so this is called a bird's beak. I don't see any purpose of it, but I know some chefs, if this is like a tomato, they'll put it in here and scrape around like the core. I don't like them. Plus the curve action is a little more difficult, but so this one's a very small one, so you have to be very careful not to overheat it. Just very light pressure. This one's gonna take a few passes. After I sharpen, I want to show you why it's important to have your platen or your angle guide as close to the platen as possible. Oh, that other one. Yeah, dude. I'll show you in a sec. Okay. So this one, as you can see, I have my angle guide pretty much up to my belt. When you sharpen these small ones, when you're sharpening, with the edge leading, there's not much space to get here. So when I put it up here, I have to come up here. So now I'm touching like the actual belt, but you turn it over. So if this is here, I only have this little edge right here that's resting on my angle guide, like this top quarter inch, if that. So with the edge leading, the belt is coming towards you, but you have to push up so high, sometimes the smaller knives fall in here. So when you can get the angle guide as close as possible to the platen, there's no way this can fall behind. So that's why I like having my angle guides as close as possible. You know, it's funny. I never followed like that one knife sharpener that until you guys told me about him, the one who rounds off knives or the tips, and now he keeps popping up on my YouTube feed. I'm like, oh man, yeah, he does it a very interesting way. Those purple belts, I like to try them out and test them if I like it compared to these Cubiton belts. I don't know what those purple belts that he uses are made of. Okay, so I'm still missing this portion right here of the spur. So I have it on this side, all the way. Hopefully this one come out on this side. This is important to get your apex and to get the angle. This is the most important step because if you don't hit that apex and create that burr, your knife still isn't sharp, and there's no point for going to a higher grit. Even with the burr on, I can get these knives to cut paper. How's the view? Do I need to adjust the camera at all for you guys? Some more upwards. Okay. Alright, so I'm done with 120 grit. Now I'm going to move on to my A30 Trizac, which is 600 grit. Yeah, I don't... Which one is it? This guy? Better. Alright, cool, man. I think this might cut paper. Tearing. Yeah, it's not bad. It still feels very sharp. Like the teeth are still very pointy. I don't think this needs to be sharpened. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. I could sharpen it, but I don't know how much better I could actually make it. And I don't want to overcharge her by sharpening something that doesn't need to be sharpened. Yeah, this one I will not sharpen. Alright. Alright, going on to the Trizac A30. I'm sure I could sharpen it and charge her for it, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's wrong. The knife doesn't need to be sharpened, so I think that's what might separate me from other sharpeners. I'm not in it to get rich. I just want to do an honest work, and I think people can respect that. And it's funny, I asked her, what time would you like to come get these? She's like, maybe sometime, middle of the week. I'm like, no, I meant like today since they'll be done. And she was so excited. She said, oh, I thought it'd take forever. Like, no, maybe like an hour or so, nothing too crazy. So, it's funny how some people have their expectations they'll take, half a week, and other people would like demand it to be within the hour. Oh, thanks, buddy. It's cool putting a face to a name with the Instagram, so that's cool seeing ya. I think it's very important if you guys ever find a knife sharpener to look at their reviews. Not every knife needs to be sharpened. I hate these little bird speak ones. But if you guys ever have an angle guide, hopefully this makes sense of having the angle guide as close to the platen as possible. Oh, something I have to show you guys. It's not really a trick, but how you store your knives in a vertical position. I'll show you after if I get this one done. Jim, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Jim, I messaged you about your school knife sharpening job. Hey, so when you put these back, put them back upside down, because now they can just glide freely up here. How I put these back like before, you could drag the edge, which everyone does, onto the wood cutting block and build the knife quicker. Hey bro, Shoeless. But I don't have a butterfly knife, buddy. Sorry about that. I just have a customer dropping off a set of Henkels and Rusoff knives. I think it was on Instagram, Jim. Yeah, I think it was something about you sharpening for a school district, and I messaged you on that. I want the Instagram. That's exactly what I was thinking. Cutting in between. Yep. Oop. So that's 600 grit right here. And then we're going with the 1200 grit. Only a couple passes with this. This is just to refine the edge and the scratch pattern. Didn't get a notification, I'll check. Yeah, I want to see it was on Instagram. So, well, I like to do alternating passes. I don't like to just do all the passes on one side and then flip over, because then usually this happens on the higher grit, or on the lower grits. The burr can just be so much larger, it would take more time to remove. So if you do equal passes on both sides, it should be money. I would just remove material from one side until I create a burr, then remove enough material from the other side. And I noticed the burr was so tough to remove on them. This might take a little longer since I can't just run it through one side, but the result is much better. So, speed may not always be like your friend. Okay. Hey Jim, I just got your message. Thanks, buddy. So, Gabe, I know it makes sense to you. Hopefully everyone else makes sense why you want to put these inverted. Here I'm not dragging on anything, pull them out, but if they're inverted, because I was inverted, that was a Top Gun reference, then they will go faster over time. I had a lady message me yesterday, actually. She has a cork bottle knife block where it's just like these really thin knife corks, and they're all pushed together, and you push your knife in there, and it looks really nice, but her knives are like, my knives are so dull. I'm like, yeah, you can't use that. Everything is hitting the knife edge. So I told her to get like a nice little magnetic wooden knife block for that to put on her wall in her kitchen. And then when I do the scissors, I'll probably just put you guys in a tripod. Maybe. We'll see how the camera angle looks. I'll use my twice as sharp. hammering through these right now. Alright, we're done with the 1200 grit. Nothing too crazy now. We're going to take it over to the leather strop. Alright. Alright. Lots of stuff going on over here. Lots of stuff. So, a mistake I did a little bit ago is that I was cutting into my leather belt by accident. I was going the wrong direction. So don't do that. That's bad. Since leather is a natural material, I put arrows on mine. This helps me determine what direction is actually better. So I'm going edge trailing, so the belt's going away from me. And this was just a better direction that the natural wear of this leather wants to run without as much wobble. So I sharpen at 1200 RPM, 2000 RPM, and then I strop at 1400. So just very light passes, just back and forth, just removing like the burr. No pressure, just the weight of the knife, making sure you hit the entire angle of the edge. I still have my respirator on because there could be some stuff flying around I still want to inhale. But once I clean them and test it, I'll take the respirator off. And you can kind of hear if you're on the edge or not. So, here, test. You hear that? I'm not on the edge. Now I am. It's very light pressure. I'm edging. Jesus Christ. Richard. And then with the curved knife, sometimes you just can't turn it, so you just have to go around the entire angle here. I want to try and get you in frame. Get it over here. I was so worried about freehanding for the longest time. I wish I started earlier. I was so worried about hitting like the right angle. But it seems kind of natural to find the right angle, and you can definitely hear it. I was so worried about just sharpening, but... So when I sharpen, I lock my hands, and I just rotate my whole body. A little ASMR, knife sharpening. Trying to keep you guys more in frame so you can see the angle I'm going at. I'm actually looking through the camera right now, so I'm not even looking at my machine. I'm looking at the camera. Make sure I'm in focus for you guys. Alright, so if I want to do it, alright, there we go. Alright, so now I can see the whole thing. Uno más. And then to the scissors. You can sharpen scissors on the 1x30. Totally acceptable. I just get a better result. I'm twice as sharp, but it takes a little longer though. I'm still trying to perfect the angle, the sharpening process on it. Richard, stop it. All right, we are done.
All right. So it's totally fine to leave your other belts on, like your Trizex and Kubitrons, but you always have to take your leather belts off or they will stretch over time. All right, machine's off. Let's bring these over here. Get these a little wipe down. I tell customers to stay away from these steels. There's no grit on it. You're just rubbing metal on metal. And people get that confused of these are sharpening. All they're doing is, if you were to do it properly, you would use it to, so you would sharpen first, and then that steel is just to remove like the burr that's left over. But you have to match up the angle perfectly, and a lot of my customers just, you know, they see Gordon Ramsay go really fast with it and just ruin knives, so I wish they would stop including those in butcher blocks. It's a waste of a tool because leather is just so much more forgiving. Yeah. I really want to start selling ceramic ones. I'm an idiot. I missed this one completely. Cool. We're going to sharpen that serrated knife. Dude, have I been missing that the entire time? I'm just going to wipe this one down. One idiot. All right, cool. So now I can show you guys how to sharpen a serrated knife and use the felt belt, which leaves a great result, taking the burr off. Man, how did I forget that? So I sharpen ceramic knife, or I'm sorry, serrated knives usually on 1200 grit, and then just remove the burr. That usually does a pretty good job. If that doesn't do a good job, then I may drop it back down to 120, and then repeat the process. I did buy a buck tool. I'm trying to modify it to put diamond wheels on and Scotch-Brite wheels. So all I'm using is just 99% rubbing alcohol. Am I even in frame for you guys? So not putting a lot of alcohol on it, just enough to remove any water stains that were left on it from it and any of the metal shavings or dust that accumulated. All right, can't believe I forgot that serrated one. What an idiot. Idiot, I say. All right, let's see how this cuts. Just remember which. Yeah, I'm gonna reverse it on my buck tool because I haven't done it, but I heard like edge trailing is the best way. Oh yeah, that cuts very nicely. Yeah, I heard edge trailing is the best way. I heard someone using the twice as sharp to actually sharpen them. I don't know how I feel about that. Money. Oh, Gabo, what do you mean, buddy? Yeah, sometimes. I like it. Or unless you're talking about when I cut into like my leather belt. Yeah, sometimes it's in frame. Okay. Oh, it's fine. There we go. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I was just talking. I'm like, oh, okay, just doing it. And then I realized you guys are not seeing what I'm doing at all. That's a hard part. Are you talking about the buck tools? Yeah, so I have the buck tool down here, and I'm taking like the wheels off. I'm taking the covers off buying the diamond wheels from Cliff Curry and then the Scotch-Brite wheels. Okay, so I'm buying the diamond wheels, leather wheels, and Scotch-Brite wheels from Cliff Curry. So I'm gonna drop some coin this week, or I guess when he has a sale on. But I guess everyone reverses that buck tool directions, so it goes edge trailing. That's what I have heard. So while I'm going over here, if you guys haven't, please give the video a thumbs up. It definitely helps promote the channel, since this is a small business, small channel, and I do appreciate it. I do get a small kickback from YouTube. Not enough to retire from, I wish. Just enough to hopefully buy me more belts and stuff. So it definitely helps the channel. So thank you very much. I was thinking that you could use the twice as sharp as well, but so the problem with the twice as sharp is it runs very fast, and you can do it. It just be very gentle pushing it against it, but I don't know why people haven't done it. So, oh no, the guy who got the wheels, he got them made from this company in China as a test, and he's been liking it. So it's on one of the YouTube forums. So I can find his message and
Message you guys about that. But I like the buck tool for the reason of it's slower speed, so it's more forgiving. Like here, the serrations are pretty good, so I'm still going to touch it up on the back edge, but if the serrations are bad, I can put new ones on. So I'll probably buy all 3 of his wheels. Ah, Gabo.
Gabo, I really appreciate it, buddy. You really don't have to. Like, I was telling like my wife how you have donated, and I feel guilty, man. Like, I'm not trying to earn like money from you guys. I just trying to get money from YouTube. That's all. But thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. This is going to a good cause, so I do appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. So,
again, we're going edge trailing. So you guys see the burr that I created, like the big white line? So we're going to just go edge trailing. What's it touching? Reversing maybe. No, dude, it's all good, man. I do this just to try to help people. Oh, it's gonna make that sound, whatever. Alright, so I'm going edge trailing, bring up like that burr. Hopefully you guys can see that burr. Let me try and zoom in for you guys here. Maybe taking the light off might help. You guys can still see like that burr. That blue, that's just the default, buddy. I always forget. But Gabo has been a big supporter of the channel, so I'll gladly accept it. But I'm trying to just get from YouTube. That's all. This stuff is not gonna make me rich, but Gabo has been a big supporter from the ground up. Alright, let's see how this one is.
Alright, let's get a new one. Man, this method is fantastic. So if you don't have to put new serrations in, having the Scotch-Brite belt, because you can dig in a little bit compared to like the leather, is just fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, this thing cuts very well. Ugh. All right, wipe this down with some rubbing alcohol, and then that's it. Well, Gabe, I do appreciate it, man. Like, yeah. All right. Oh, no, that's not it. We have the scissors. Cool. Turn the machine off. Okay. I'm gonna take you guys off here for a sec and put you on the tripod, just so you guys aren't seeing me like bend over and get everything set up. So just 1 second. All right. There we go. It's the cons of working in a small space, but you try and make do the best you can. I have this surge protector with extra outlets, which is super nice. It's convenient. It's like a little square. Then I have these outlet covers to make sure no metal shingles are getting in there when I'm not using it. Cool. All right. That's on. Very good. Cool. Take you guys back over here with me. Back into my little harness. Yeah, we have super hard water here too. So like the stains are just horrible. So we're gonna do this flat edge one first. You can see like this little chip, little damage spot over here. So let's see. Oh, and I swapped out to a 350 grit CBN wheel. So I've been enjoying that one. So you see I'm a little too low. A little too high. Yeah, this thing is just... If someone out there in interweb land can make a angle guide with micro adjustments, that would be amazing. Now that's way too low. So, how's that? Maybe that's a little better for you guys to see. Oh, I need a light. I need... Yeah, this is a very cute angle. This might work. Oh, man, what is going on here? Man. So this is the downside of the twice as sharp. If you want to do like, oh, okay, I'm right there. So I'm very close. Yeah, it sounds better. Cool. Do one more. All right, that looks good. All right. Make sure that's in. Got my respirator. So if anyone can make a twice as sharp angle guide with micro adjustments, I will pay. This thing is the crutch. This is the bane of my existence with the whole thing. Alright, we got almost the whole bevel. I have to hit a little bit more at the tip. Make sure. So right there. Feeling for a burr. Yeah, you guys can clearly see like that damage right there. So I gotta spend a little more time grinding that down. A little bit right there. That's not bad. Let me just touch the tip again. There we go. Sweet, now I'm going to go over to the polish side. Very good. Alright, now we're going to flip the burr over using my pink stone. Sweet. So now, sharpen. So again, you have these serrations teeth. I want to stay above it so I don't damage that at all. So this is why I like doing it with the camera off. Oh, okay. Or with the machine off. And we're right there. Nice. Sometimes you're not that lucky. Sweet. Oh, awesome. I gotta burn my head just one more time to make sure it's even. Very good. Take it over here to hone it up. Sweet. Oh, sorry, buddy. Which part was out of frame? That's why I wondered with the twice as sharp if I should just put it onto the tripod, which might be a little bit easier. So just a bit higher. Ah, my bad. Sorry. Just a bit higher. So I got a job with this upholstery place here in town. Okay, so a very important thing is that you want to push these apart and then pinch them together. So you never want to push the burr into itself. All right, so we have all this different types of material here. Let's see if it cuts. Oh yeah. You got a nice leather. Yeah, it's not even pulling at the tip. It's cutting that. It's going to cut this. Amazing. Oh yeah. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. All right. Yeah. I like it. Here's a little more. I have to rub down the alcohol. But here was the damaged one. Focus. Yeah, I still have a little bit of the marker there. But yeah, took out that chip. I spent a little bit more time on it. But yeah, that's a downside of the twice as sharp because it just takes forever to actually sharpen. So, again, this is Vinny from The Knife Guy in Reno. I do appreciate everyone tuning in today. So, that's all I had to do sharpening today, and I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Gabo, thank you again for your donation, man. You really don't have to. You've been a huge supporter of the channel, and I do appreciate it, man. I'm going to take you guys out of my harness for a sec. There. So, if anyone is struggling to create a knife sharpening business because they don't have a lot of space, you can look at mine and see how little space I actually have to work with. I have 4 of these machines, 3 for sharpening, and 1 just has the wheel on it for the Scotch-Brite belts. So, what is this? Maybe 2 feet wide by 4 feet long, so 8 square feet, plus this roller. This has other tools in it. This has my band file and stuff like that. But if you can see how little space I have to work with because I still use my 2-car garage. It's possible to still become a knife sharpener. So use this instead. There's some Mrs. Myers cleaner. Very OCD about having a clean workshop. So I'm working on this here, a dime and a penny. I'm not going to tell you guys about it yet, but it might help me sharpen a little bit faster. I need to figure out work on my technique a little bit before I mention it to you guys, but that's on the horizon. And this thing is pretty rad. It's a Gladiator that my wife bought me, and it just rolls underneath perfectly. Just don't pinch your fingers. And these rubber mats, got these from Costco, but you can probably get them from anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, anywhere. These things are amazing to keep your feet on. It has a little gel cushion. Always have a respirator. Here's the harness that I'm using. I wish there was more, like some type of gyro that wouldn't let it bump around so much. So if I bump or if I move, hopefully it wouldn't be bouncy for you guys, but I think it is. So, and then I have a couple of storage shelves on either side. Here's my neck mount. I did buy a very cheap accuser knife. This is gonna be like my workhorse for doing some demos on. Working on the bolster. I'm gonna ruin the edge. I'm going to put serrations on it and see how each wheel works on it. So this is gonna be my little demo knife for the channel and just to practice on. So and I have my little magnet here. Got some paper towels to help capture the metal shavings. I think I'm gonna be switching to actual workshop towels. I think they're going to be thicker and a little bit better for the channel. Well, not for the channel, but to make sure the metal shavings don't catch fire, which happens sometimes on the pair of towels. That's why I have my metal bin. So this is just for cleanliness, but I think the workshop towels are going to be a little bit better. Let's see. Are you going to use the that leather to put under the bench grind instead of the which leather, like down here, like this guy? I don't think I am, because I still need a way to dispose of all the metal shavings. So yeah, let's see, belt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use the paper towels. I think the shop paper is gonna be a lot better. So, well, that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna just clean up a little bit here. Thank you again, Gabo. Thank you very much for the donation, buddy. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach out to me. The one that, I wasn't planning on it. This is just to cut this demo stuff on, because I still want a way to dispose of everything. This is what just a fabric company gave me. So here, just use this. I'm like, perfect. So yeah, so that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you very much. Just cleaning up a little bit here. Yeah. So if you guys do want to message me, the best way is to reach me on like one of the socials. So Instagram at the Knife Guy Reno, Facebook, the TikTok, and then on YouTube right now. So I have stickers. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So thank you very much, Jim. Thanks for coming on, dude. So let me switch you guys around. All right. Well, again, this is Vinny from the Knife Guy in Reno. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.